Here, let's just go with this one. I'm going to keep this one short and sweet. 1980s, there was an incident in Knoxville. 1980s, there was a lot of people who lied, did a lot of things to get out because the government said they'd never help them. 1980s, there was a lot of agents, especially around 83 to 85 itself, maybe 86, you could say, that had their brains pretty much messed up. They were still brilliantly smart and everything else. Whatever it is, the government said they couldn't do anything and they might as well leave so they could go and do Hollywood. Well, as that turned out, guess what? One of them went and did Hollywood. One of them went and did this big, huge, wonderful Hollywood situation. And that was it. And then there was nothing more known of. And lo and behold, a lot of them ended up in Hollywood. It's brilliant, wonderful to see them there. Made everybody's heart feel good. Then we had a tragedy involving one of them. When some of the people who lied and said they'd get out, said they'd make everything known about Knoxville, and they're like, We'll be writing military fiction. And somehow these people came up and were immune to something. Couldn't hurt them. So maybe there was a discharge of a gun on a set. In almost a purposeful way that someone would have to take a money fine. Maybe these people's names were there and known. Maybe they don't really look like it, but they were the only ones who said directly to me, if you get any story out, just send it to my desk, not anybody else, and I'll make sure it's done exactly how it was in Knoxville. Everything out there, we'll use yours, we'll use mine, we'll use everything, and we'll figure out how to make it done. Lo and behold, these people are now dead, or else wounded enough to where they won't do anything and won't say anything about whatever happened in Knoxville. Well, I'd love to point at more than just, a bald Baldwin duck who supposedly has nothing but swatty balls with no hair in a certain area. And everything else, even though I've had this guy yelling at me walking up the street and everything else, ran in and saw the Harrison Ford and the Callista Flockhart people and something else, 4 or 5 times they eat at a restaurant, and it's like, I just came here for something, I'm buying a candy bar or something. No, you're not. So I had to go out there and send the other people in and be like, he can actually buy candy bars. It's like, you would have turned around and talked to me. Not saying that was Harrison Ford or the guy from the Aliens channel, as everybody likes calling it on History Channel. Not even saying it was one of the other, 40 or 50 people that are with certain Masons and Messianics around here. Or, Val Kilmer was promised a thing in Batman because he had their last, spy wrestling dearmament, whatever it is, with guns before they really went without abilities. Which probably could get somebody off if there was a discharge with some screenwriter, directors, and movie stuff. But we can't really say anything. And we don't have a safety word other than sidewalk alleys. Countryside sidewalk alleys where there's just us in between the hay bales. Because we've used Cleveland and we're all supposedly Russian immigrants. Time capsule people from the time of World War II. And if you could live that long and looked young and just finally started aging because of nuke bombs, cell phone radiation, or we just said, you're it and we're going to get you with it. We want to exterminate a small little group of people and make ourselves understand what it was to be tempted by Hitler. And then go, Mussolini hasn't sang good enough for me, so we got many more times to do this. Or offer me a deal. Anyway, it's beyond the dark side and everything else. So let's just say, I think there's a little less options about something happening from the 1980s incident in Knoxville. Anyway, has anybody seen or heard anything about that new Alec Baldwin movie? I so want to go and just find out. I mean, the Baldwin brothers and everything else. It's like a talent group that's so talented. Only one of them can work for like 2 years at a time. And they could never work together because it's unfair to everybody else. Anyway, see you later. Bye.